going on, everyone? Welcome to this episode of Foreplay Fireside. This week, we're taking like a little bit of a turn away from like hardcore, straight shooting ad creative content, and we're pivoting over into how you can actually like grow your business, whether your brand or maybe your agency, helping brands grow. We're pivoting in a little bit of a direction to just like how to scale affiliate programs, whether it's like content from creators or turning every single customer into an affiliate. And so, like always, Noah's going to come on and give his awesome presentation on how you can 10x your affiliate program. If you have any questions along the way, definitely just drop them in the chat, and he'll make sure that to get to them at the end of the chat. I'll come back on and we'll go through them all. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Noah, and I'll see you guys at the end of the presentation.
All right. Thanks so much, Zach. What's up, everyone? I'm Noah. I'm the founder of Social Snowball. We are an affiliate and referral platform for e-commerce brands. So kind of like what Zach said, as like if you're partnering with influencers or if you wanted to turn customers into ambassadors, we give you the platform to track sales, generate codes and links, manage fraud, send payouts, integrate with email, gifting and seeding, kind of just all of the management that goes into these partnerships for your e-commerce brand. So I am going to share my screen here. I have a little presentation walking through a couple strategies. Where is this? Oh, there it is. Okay. You guys can see this, right? Or Zach, can you confirm you guys can see this? I can't see you, but I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay, so we're going to go over two strategies that you could use leveraging modern affiliates to grow your D2C brand. And I'll get more into what I mean by modern affiliates in a second. But basically, obviously with Social Snowball, we work with a ton of different brands. We have over 2,000 brands on our platform right now. So we see what works and what doesn't work. There's brands trying new strategies all the time. We're learning what's working and what's not. And in particular, there's two strategies right now that are very new. They're exciting and they're generating crazy results, and they're not a very high lift. Like it doesn't take a ton of bandwidth for you to implement these types of programs. So that's why I picked these two strategies in particular. So before we get into it though, this is what I mean by modern affiliate. So the word affiliate gets thrown around a lot. And, if you were to zoom back like 10 years ago, what the word affiliate meant is very different than what it means when people say affiliate today. So I like to categorize these into two different buckets, which I call legacy affiliates and modern affiliates. And so 10 years ago, if you were to say the word affiliate to someone in the e-commerce space, they would be thinking of things like this: publishers, listicles, review sites, bloggers, media buyers. This is what the word affiliate used to mean. And today, those types of partnerships with, these legacy affiliates are still important. And they still, can drive results, but it's, undeniable to acknowledge that there's also a different type of affiliate that brands are partnering with. So when I say modern affiliates, I'm talking of everything under the umbrella of influencers, creators, ambassadors, and customers. So both of these types of affiliate, we use the word affiliate for both of them, but they're really super different. And I think a big mistake a lot of brands make is treating it all as one channel. And basically, we're going to be talking today about specifically leveraging modern affiliates, so everything under the modern affiliate umbrella for generating sales. So just to show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about, this is an example of like legacy affiliates. So if you were to Google something like top Father's Day gifts, there's an endless amount of publisher sites that will, on the left, you can see like all the results that came up, and then I clicked on one here on the right. These are all technically affiliate links, this like craft beer subscription and this flannel, these are all affiliate links. So this is a publisher affiliate, but obviously it's, there's no denying that this type of affiliate is very different than this type of affiliate, which is like a creator on social media. So they're both affiliates, but just two very different channels. And so today we're going to be focusing on just the latter, on the modern affiliate. So the first strategy I like to call manufactured short form virality. So obviously going viral is something that every brand aspires to do, but it's a lot easier said than done. And it's also a lot easier to do. Maybe, when you get lucky, it happens once every now and then, but it's not like a consistent, predictable acquisition channel. And so basically a few brands that we've worked with have actually cracked the TikTok and other short form platform algorithms so that it can be more predictable and like a real meaningful and scalable acquisition channel. So that is the strategy we're about to go over. So a case study of a brand that we did that used Social Snowball for this is Tabs Chocolate. They were able to increase their top line revenue by 17%, and they were generating this new revenue at a 9.8x ROI. So obviously, like, that's really meaningful results to any business, generating almost 20% of GMV at a 9.8x ROI from a net new acquisition channel. That's you're not paying an ad platform to acquire these customers. So it's pretty powerful stuff. So before we dive in, everyone who's watching, Zach, do this too. Open up TikTok and search Tabs Chocolate. I'll give everyone a second to do it. Actually do it. Like, it's pretty cool. And then, so I'll give everyone a second. And then after you search Tabs Chocolate, toggle to the users tab so you could just see all of the users that show up for that. I'll give everyone like one more second. And if you're there by now, you'll realize that there's a ton of pages that are called Tabs Chocolate. For those of you who maybe don't have TikTok on your phone, this is what you'd have been seeing if you search that right now. And you could just keep on scrolling. There are just an endless amount of pages that are branded as Tabs Chocolate. And what's interesting is actually none of these pages, except for maybe, I guess, one of them, are owned by Tabs. These pages are all owned by third-party creators that are acting as affiliates for Tabs. And if you were all to also search for this on Instagram, you would see that they have the same thing. And even if you were to search on YouTube for shorts content, you would find the same thing. So thousands and thousands and thousands of pages, all branded as Tabs Chocolate. It's a really interesting strategy. We're going to dive into exactly what's going on here. So basically, what you just saw, those pages are all owned by creators. And when I say creators, I like to specify that I don't mean influencers, because an influencer has their own following, right? An influencer has a lot of followers, and when they promote your product, you're expecting those followers to convert to sales. That's the goal. But creators, in this sense, don't need to have a following, because as you saw, they're all creating brand new pages. So they, if they have a following or not, it doesn't really matter. So I define creator here as really any individual with the capacity to create content. Obviously, we want to find people that know how to create good content, and we'll get into that a bit more later. So you find creators, and then every creator makes their own branded page. So every creator makes 3 pages. So you hire one creator, they're going to make a new TikTok page. And let's say I have my Yeti bottle here. So let's say this is for Yeti. Every creator would make a page that's like at Yeti _ or at shop.Yeti. They would basically just come up with a unique handle that is, representing the brand, branded as if it was the brand. And they would make this across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So 3 pages per creator. Now, every creator gets onboarded to an affiliate program. So they're going to have a code or link or both. And they're going to add that to their bio for these social media pages. And as well as they're going to include like codes in the actual content that they're creating. You're going to educate the creators on how to create content, right? So like not just how to create content in general, but what kind of content performs well for your brand. So if you've been doing any sort of organic motion, or even just using your highest performing creatives for paid ads, you probably have a decent understanding of what type of content resonates with your audience. So you'll educate your creators on what kind of content to create. And this is literally as simple as like a Google Drive folder that you make everyone review, showing them your previous high performing content. And then every creator is going to post daily on all 3 of their pages short form content that they're going to create, and they're going to use their codes and links. So it is a performance only deal. They are getting paid just through attributable revenue that's made through their affiliate links and codes. And that's their incentive to make really great content. And then posts will go viral, and we'll talk about how we can make that happen. So let's just do a little bit of math so I can show you really how we're able to manufacture virality with this kind of thing. So let's use easy numbers and say you wanted to do this program with 50 creators. I think that's, for everyone listening, that's a reasonably attainable goal. Working with 50 creators is not like, if you were looking at Tabs, they literally have thousands. So, let's just say we were to start with 50 creators. Every creator is making 3 pages, right? So every creator is making a TikTok, a YouTube, and Instagram. So now there's new 150 pages out there in the internet world representing your brand. Now, we could say that, and this is pretty standard terms, the requirement for being in the program is they have to create 3 pieces of content per day. And all 3 pieces of content would be posted and repurposed across their TikTok page, Instagram, and YouTube for shorts. So if you have 50 creators that made 150 pages and are creating 3 new pieces of content per day. That's 450 posts going out into the internet per day, which is obviously just insane to imagine. And if your creators have any idea what they're doing, which hopefully you found, creators that do have an idea what they're doing, posts just simply will go viral. It's just math at this point. Like if you are creating 450 quality, posts about your brand, some will go viral. Maybe it's 1 a day, maybe it's 10 a day. It's not going to be extremely consistent day to day. But as soon as posts start to go viral, you'll start to learn what kind of content works, not just as far as resonating with your audience, but as far as getting likes and engagement and reach. And then you could also, create another Google Drive folder for your creators saying, hey, this is what's been going viral this week. Use this as inspiration. But this is with a 50 creator program, which is not even unattainable. You could just imagine what this math comes out to when you have 100 creators, 500 creators, 1,000 creators. Obviously, I would recommend starting smaller before scaling to that level, because you probably need some systems at that point. And we could talk about how Social Snowball automates a lot of this. But this is obviously, 50 creators is very in reach, and getting 450 posts a day out into the internet is just like incredibly powerful for your brand. So just some other tips. I talked about this briefly, but you want to make sure that you're showcasing the best performing posts to all your creators, just to create a system that's like kind of self-optimizing. Some creators might be getting frustrated if they haven't had any posts going viral and they're seeing all these other creators going viral. So you just want to make sure that you're helping the creators figure out what kind of content works well for your brand. And you could just do that by having like a weekly email to them, or, a lot of people will create a Discord group for them and just sending the best performing content of the week and letting them use that as inspiration. And then this is kind of self-explanatory, but this is how you scale. Like once you are able to kind of crack this and you're, finding the content that's working, and there's some creators earning a lot of affiliate commissions, they're obviously super motivated. The way you scale is you just bring more creators and you keep showcasing them the content, and, more and more will start to earn through their affiliate link and code, and that'll keep them extra motivated. And then of course you're generating an unfathomable amount of content here. Like literally, we were just talking about a 50 creator program was, 450 posts a day, which is really 150 pieces of content per day if everyone's actually posting 3 times a day. You can just imagine like how valuable that content is. So you could repurpose this into paid ads, email, put it on your website. Like, obviously you would discuss usage rights with the creators when you're onboarding them to this program, but this is a very standard. So tons of, other benefits besides just directly attributable revenue that come from running a program like this as well. Okay, so if anyone's interested in like more details on this, we made a playbook that just basically goes over the tab strategy that we just said in a lot more detail. So if you're interested, scan this QR code. It's a free download. Okay, so moving on to the next strategy, turning customers into affiliates. So, turning your customers obviously can be really powerful advocates for you, but there's sometimes never a great way for customers to share. So when you look at like traditional refer a friend programs where it's like give a coupon and get a coupon, that usually doesn't get a ton of engagement because coupons just sometimes, or points, aren't really the best incentive. They only really hold value as an incentive if the customer who's referring is planning their next purchase, and maybe you have a lower LTV brand, or the customer already referred 3 sales and they don't want a 4th coupon, but you obviously still want that 4th referral. So we're going to go over how you could actually turn customers into real affiliates, motivate them to actually drive not only first-time referrals, but repeat referrals for the long run, and remove all of the friction that traditionally exists in an affiliate onboarding process, because customers that just click through your beautiful checkout funnel are not going to jump through the hoops that maybe bigger influencers would jump through to sign up for an affiliate program. So we have to remove a lot of that friction if we're going to expect meaningful results from this. So a brand that implemented this with us, Outweigh Socks, they were generating over 9% of GMV just from customer referrals. This is not influencers. This is not TikTok creators. This is literally just their customers advocating. They were generating over 9% of GMV at a 5x ROI, which is just insane, because this program, you already, like everyone who's watching this that has a brand or works with brands, like you already have customers. It's not like you need to go out of your way to find these new creators. These are your existing customers, and just as effectively and as intuitive as possible, leveraging them to share at scale. So really meaningful results. So before I talk about what you want to make sure you're doing, I'm going to first go over what you want to make sure you're not doing. So If you're expecting your customers, let's say after a purchase, you want your customers to join an affiliate program. If you're expecting them to navigate back to your site after making a purchase, find a link in your footer navigation that says affiliate program, fill out an application form that is nothing like your website and, not even with your branding on it, and then wait for you to go into the software and manually approve every single commission or every single sign up one by one. You don't expect to have a ton of affiliate activation. Obviously, that is an incredible amount of steps for customers to jump through, and we need to be realistic. Customers expect like a frictionless, smooth experience, and we don't want to make them have to jump through hoops, right? Like everyone talks about the funnel of awareness down to advocacy, and everything, awareness is optimized through like ads, and then when your conversion is optimized through like optimizing your website, and everything is just like a super smooth, intuitive experience. But advocacy at the bottom of the funnel, we can't expect people to start jumping through hoops now at this last stage of the funnel. We want to make it as smooth and intuitive for your customers as the rest of their journey. So here's an example of removed friction. Essentially what we're able to do here is, while right as soon as a customer places their order, we could take their data from the Shopify order and automatically generate them an affiliate code, automatically generate them a tracking link with their name in it, an affiliate account, and give this all to them natively on the order confirmation screen as soon as they complete their purchase. So without any pop-ups or click here to get your code or, fill out this sign-up form or anything like that, we could, at the point of purchase, automatically generate all of their affiliate info, give it to them natively on the thank you page. And then, of course, we'll have additional follow-up touch points in the post-purchase journey through, integrating with Klaviyo or whatever you're using for email. We could basically create emails that send people their links and codes, and so they have a place to save it after the purchase. So obviously, the difference between, this and having to jump through like multiple steps that's not even branded to get an affiliate to join the program is significant. And the difference is just a much higher customer to affiliate activation rate, which at scale can generate a just much higher percentage of GMV coming from customer referrals compared to traditional refer a friend programs. And so, with Social Snowball and with these programs that we're helping brands implement, they're sending payouts in cash to these customer affiliates. These aren't points. This isn't store credit. And we, make that cash redemption experience as frictionless as possible as well, so they don't have to like connect to PayPal or anything like that. And this just keeps affiliates, these customers as affiliates, motivated for the long run. Even if they've referred 10 sales, there's still value in getting that 11th cash payout. But if they were getting points or coupons, eventually the demand for that incentive just loses value as you continue driving referrals. And if the point of a referral program is customer acquisition and not loyalty, which, at least in my opinion, that's absolutely the goal, then why would you not have incentives that are optimized for that goal, which is cash? So that is all I have. I'll stop screen sharing and I'll hop back into the thing here.
Sweet. Thanks, Noah. I think we've got one in here. So if anybody else on the call right now has any questions about affiliate programs, how to scale affiliate programs, definitely like drop them in the chat and we'll get to them. So one of them came in here from Peter, and he was wondering, like on a D2C team, who is the person that's usually like managing the affiliate programs?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the bigger teams will have like an influencer manager. The smaller teams, like honestly, it's usually like either a founder or like someone in any like marketing role. So like if you have like a marketing manager or usually like a marketing manager. Like if you have like a smaller marketing team, the actual title can differ, but if you have like a 1 or 2 person marketing team, it's usually that team that's fulfilling it.
Right. And how much time would you say like brands are dedicated to? It's obviously it's like a sliding scale, but if someone was like, okay, we want to do this, we have a marketing manager or something like that right now. Like how much time should they be expecting that to kind of like
really good question. So it depends on which strategy. So for like example, the turning customers into affiliates is very turnkey, set it and forget it. You integrate everything into Shopify, you set like the commission and discount values, you integrate with Klaviyo or whatever you're using for email, and then you kind of just let it run, and you'd have to go in like maybe once a week and click pay all, but like, it's nothing manual about payouts with our software too. So that's like very low lift. I think without anyone dedicated, you could definitely launch that program. As far as like the TikTok creator strategy for manufacturing virality, it takes a little bit more time for sure. You have to stay on top of creators. You have to, be sending emails to creators or create a Discord group for creators. There's constant communication. So I would say maybe that type of program, either one, like you'd want to have someone that's like at least partially dedicated to that, or we have like, a bunch, there's some agencies that we work with that just do this for, fulfill these types of services for brands. So if someone wanted to launch that, but doesn't have like the in-house team, like there are agencies out there that would help.
Cool. Alan's wondering, do you guys have any, playbooks or SOPs on program management? I know you dropped the one for tabs. Is that like kind of like the best option?
So that's one. For just program management in general, yeah, I mean, we have a ton of resources. So if you were to go to like academy.socialsnowball.io, we have like video courses for managing different types of programs. We have other playbooks for other types of programs. So like the one that I had the QR code for was specifically for the tab strategy management. But yeah, I mean, depending on what you're trying to do, we have like, written resources as well as video resources. So we could, Zach linked it there.
Cool. So Kathy's wondering, the creators that are or affiliates that are posting 3 times a week, 3 times a day, what's like their incentive?
So the incentive is the commission. So these creators, if they have one post go viral, they could earn thousands of dollars of commissions in a day, even if you're paying like a 15% or whatever your commission rate is. Like a viral video can drive a ton of revenue. So these creators are motivated by that. And especially once they get a little bit of traction and drive a few sales and they start to see the money come in, it's very easy for them to see like how big this could be for them. And so, I mean, we've seen, it's crazy. Like some of these creators are young, like they're 15-year-old kids, but they're making like thousands of dollars a week just being affiliates for brands and posts. And it's simply because they know how to create good content that drives eyeballs and sales.
Cool. Chris is like on top of that. Chris is wondering, do you have any suggestions on where to find creators for your brand?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I would say 2 things. If you were just trying to find like micro influencers or just influencers to like seed product to that you care about their audience, Social Snowball has a discovery tool for that. So that would be like a really great platform for finding relevant influencers to your brand. If you were just looking for creators in general to like just make a net new page, like we went over with the TikTok strategy and all of that, like I would say honestly, since the following doesn't matter, I would just look for UGC creators. So maybe on Twitter or other UGC creative platforms where you could find, these creators. Because again, like the following doesn't matter, and if they have a following, that then they might like want more payment than just affiliate commission. But if they don't have a following, like it's easier to have creators agree to a performance only deal like with affiliate commission. So I would say just UGC creators on Twitter or other platforms would be great for that TikTok strategy. If you wanted actual influencers to post to their own pages, then Social Snowball's discovery product is really great for finding relevant influencers.
Cool. Do you have any like tips on, kind of like messages that you're sending out to these creators, like how you're structuring those, or, you kind of send them all the information up front? Are you just trying to get a reply? What have you seen work for that?
Yeah, I would say like I would send not like the longest message ever for the first message. Well, I mean, again, it depends on your goal. So like for these creators that are making new pages, like maybe just explain briefly how the program works or be like, hey, we have a ton of affiliates earning thousands of dollars. Like I think you'd be a great fit. You don't have to send them the full program details until they reply. And then if you were reaching out to influencers to seed them product and you wanted them to create content and post on their own pages, then I would just make that message as simple as possible and just say, hey, we want to send you a product. I think you would love it, and don't even have any strings attached to that.
Right. What are there any like affiliate programs that you've seen that are like super creative in like the way that they like structure their affiliate programs or anything like that, like for people that want inspiration?
Sure. Well, I mean, Tabs is a great case study for the like branded pages strategy. Another one that does the branded pages strategy well is Sweet Dreams, worth checking out. As far as customer affiliate programs, there's one that comes to mind is called the Ice Pod or the Pod Company. I think they rebranded to. These guys just have a killer customer affiliate program. Really, really smart stuff that they're doing. So those would be the ones I would check out.
Cool. And then, have you seen like any specific industry or niche work better for affiliate programs?
Not necessarily, honestly. As long as you can pay a commission that would excite, either your influencers or your customers. And I like to use compare it to whatever your target CPA is on Facebook. Like usually you could be a little bit more generous than you were planning, and it's still like a much more profitable way to acquire customers. As long as you could give a commission incentive, that's a real incentive, then no, I mean, we've seen the craziest niches and industries do really well. So I wouldn't say there's like ones that work better than others.
Right. And then like what would be like some like landmines that people should, avoid when, setting up their affiliate program? Maybe they've never done this before. Is there
Yeah.
anything you should like definitely not do?
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to make sure like you're structuring your program in a way so that like it can't be abused. So like, we have like tools to prevent like codes leaking to coupon sites, for example. Like that causes a disaster when a code leaks to a coupon site. So you definitely want to make sure you're setting things up to prevent that. You also want to make sure you're sending payouts frequently and you're communicating exactly how payouts work. If affiliates aren't getting paid consistently or they don't understand how payouts work or when they're getting paid, they're going to lose motivation, and you want to drive as many repeat referrals as possible. Obviously, if someone referred once, the likelihood that they're going to refer a second time is more likely that someone who's never referred is going to refer once. So you want to keep your affiliates that are driving referrals happy to continue posting and driving referrals for the long run.
Sweet. Awesome. And well, I think that's pretty much all the questions we got today. So I appreciate you coming on here and ripping and providing some value and answering all the questions. If anybody wants to like contact you or follow you, where can they reach you?
Yeah, Twitter would be the best. Here, I'll type my username here.
Sweet.
I'm always checking my DMs.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, everybody for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time to listen to Noah and get your questions in. We have some more fireside chats launching later this month. So I'll see you guys when those launch. But appreciate everybody's time. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, Zach.